Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick
we
question?
can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey,
What's
Rashad.
up? What's up? What's up? If you are new to the channel, this is the Road to 5K Subs. My name is Rashad Milligan. Thanks for coming back, man. I had to share you guys. Okay, I had a question on one of my comments with the USA basketball stuff I uploaded last night. They were asking, "How did you get this stuff if they're overseas?" And the answer is, I don't know if I'll comment back because I'm like, do I want them to watch the video to find out? But I'll just say it. The answer is the great people at the Las Vegas Aces, amazing communications team. Just kind of gave all the media that covers the Aces, they gave them access to USA basketball stuff. And USA basketball stuff's a little more kind of like there's a few more steps, like they don't send it directly to you, but I just kind of kept that tab open. And I've always missed it because every time I see a press conference or something, it'll be like a week later, and I'm like, dang, they played 3 games since then and stuff like that. But I made sure that I watch the past ones that I just uploaded to make sure they're kind of still relevant. And I wrote a story on it for my job. So, I did stuff for my job with it, and then I just do the rest on YouTube and stuff. So that's how that happened. And I got some more stuff coming up. I went to OTE Select or Overtime Select here in Atlanta. It's at OTE Arena, Overtime Elite Arena. And it's pretty much just like OTE, what you see in that league with the boys, just with the top girls in the country. Aaliyah Chavez is down here. I believe she like flew out, but she might be coming back or whatever for the takeover, the weekend takeover. Last night I saw Jersey Robinson. Jersey had an off game. She was shut down by what's her name? Her name Sanaya Hall. Sanaya Hall shut her down, bro. Like kid remind me kind of like of Chris Bosh. She could do everything. She could block, run the floor, hit the three. I asked her who she looked up to. You'll see that interview later. And she said Kyrie Irving, like Kyrie is Kyrie. And that surprised me because she's like a big, but like, but she's great. And she shut down Jersey Robinson. Jersey went like 1 for 15 in the first half. She kept shooting, you know, I guess to get over 20 points. So the final box score wouldn't look so bad. So she literally just stopped passing in the second half. And she ended up with like 25 points on 30 shots and 1 assist. So that was last night. Anyways, I say all that to say I got some interviews from Overtime Select with a handful of those prospects and things of that sort. It's my first time really watching a lot of this generation. And when I say this generation, I mean class of 2025 and class of 2026. I saw Jersey last year, but for the most part, a lot of these girls it's the first time I'm watching them. I wasn't following high school last season. So, that was my introduction to them last night. Okay, I got to that. Now, the point of the video. This is the best thing that I read yesterday, and I do want to salute and shout out my boy David Shealy, and Corey. They just started their Christian podcast, and the Christian podcast. They're two sports reporters. They're gonna have a bunch of professional athletes, collegiate athletes, major D1 athletes, and coaches come on, and people in the world of sports come on and just talk about their faith walk and the intersectionality of faith and athletics. Podcast is called Game Day Grace. The Game Day Grace podcast. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Game Day Grace podcast. The first episode is an hour. An hour. And the backgrounds look good, man. This is clean. All right, shout out to the boys, man. Anyways, what else do I want to say? What else? There's nothing else I want to say. Let's get into the video. That took how many minutes? Like 5 minutes. I'm getting better. All right. Simone Manuel. She wrote this post on social media after her run in Paris as her third trip to the Olympics. She's 28 now, and she's going through a lot of changes. The biggest change that she's going through career-wise, life-wise, she was diagnosed with overtraining syndrome in March 2021, months before the 2021 Olympic Games in Tokyo. And with that overtraining syndrome after the Tokyo Games, when she got back home, her doctor's orders were to 5 months of rest, 5 months of complete rest, no working out, no swimming, no training, none of those things. She overworked herself, and she overworked herself into detriment, essentially, which is something I didn't even know was like an official term, until I read her story. Shout out to homegirl that wrote the feature on her that was just amazing. The one who wrote the Giannis book and things of that sort. One of my favorite writers, especially feature writers. She wrote about LaMelo and Lithuania, and I don't know. She's just a great writer, great writer. But yes, that was her main change in this time. Other than that, she went from college student in 2016 to now almost 30 years old. She's married. She started the company together with Sue Bird and Chloe Kim and Alex Morgan, and then an investor, business person. So, she's done a lot and she's grown up. I say all that to say to give the overall context of her growth here. And here we go. It's different this time around. Not perfect, but so many pulls and pulls of progress achieved. Excuse me. Around this time 3 years ago, on August 2nd, my 25th birthday, I flew back home from the Tokyo Olympic Games completely broken. It felt like my whole world came crashing down, and I was devastated, depressed, embarrassed, and disappointed, to name a few. This time around, I'm oh Lord, someone passed the book. I'm reinvigorated. There we go. Sure, I'm bummed about how I performed, but I can't help but accept and acknowledge the massive strides I've made in the face of the headwinds and winding roads I traveled to reach my goals. In moments like these, it's really easy to overlook the good. It's easy to think about what didn't happen, or what didn't go right. Come on now. But I've learned that in these moments, it's even more crucial to recognize the wins and be thankful for how God brought me and how he has sustained me every single day throughout this journey. Somebody better preach it. Gratefully, there's too many wins to count. I set my eyes on overcoming extreme adversity and struggle, did that. Despite the progress feeling marginal and few along the way, other day, over the past 2 years, I fought tooth and nail, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to qualify for my third Olympic team in the fastest country in the world. Did that. I earned and won 2 Olympic silver medals. Did that. See, sometimes in life, we look at the micro. We look at the micro and what just happened on the surface level. I didn't get the job. I didn't get the girl. I didn't get the boy. I didn't make the team. I didn't secure the shoes. I couldn't get the house. I couldn't get approved for the car. I couldn't get approved for the apartment. A lot of times we look at things on the surface level. And it's very easy, as old and overdone as the saying is, glass half full. I always say Hannah Montana has one of the more profound songs and impactful and effective songs ever. Hannah Montana on Disney Channel. Life's What You Make It. I believe it was done in 2005, 2006. I wanted to do a video essay on it since like 2021. Because life, the older you get, is truly what you make it. Perspective is everything. The way you see something is the way you see something. It's like anxiousness, right? It's like anxiety. So if I have anxiety, to you, I remember sometime I was with someone. I was with my homegirl a few years ago in Mississippi. We were in Walmart, and she had an anxiety attack in one of the aisles. And when she said she was having an anxiety attack, she was having a panic attack, I was thinking she was being like dramatic, like, you know how people are like, "Oh, I'm just having an anxiety attack. Too much is going on." And you're like, huh, "All right, man. All right, come on, let's go. Let's keep it moving." She was legit having an anxiety attack. It's not funny. I'm sorry for laughing. in the Walmart. And that was the first time like somebody had an anxiety attack in front of me and they knew what it was and they explained to me what it was later on. And I apologized. I was like, but at that point they were like mad at me and stuff. It is what it is. Like, you live and you learn. But she had a legitimate anxiety attack. I don't know if you ever seen someone or if you have ever been scared of dogs, right? From your perspective, you're just looking at like this animal. You scared. Is it gonna bite me? Is it gonna like just like grip onto my leg and just like rip my flesh out? Is it gonna like rip my face off? Is it gonna grip me? Is it like what is this thing gonna do? It's faster than me. It's got 4 legs. I got two. It's just moving erratically. You know how dogs move. And to you, it might look like this big monster versus you, this big uncontrollable monster versus you. You step out to the side, right? And watch it from 10 feet away, just looking at you and the dog. And you see this giant 5 foot, 6 foot being looking down at this thing that don't come about 3 feet off the ground, if that. Just I don't know if you've ever lived with somebody who like is scared of spiders or and if any of my family members are watching, no shade, I love you, my sister specifically. She gonna hate me for that. But if you ever seen someone who's like scared of spiders or something, and the spider's like this big, and they're like, come in here and get it. And they're like 6 foot, they're like 5'8", 5'10", and they're scared of something that's like 5 inches. And like it looks crazy to see a large being, a giant, like squirm at something that's so much smaller than them. But in your head, in your perspective, it's like a big scary thing. That's the same thing with life. Come on. That's the same thing with life. As basic and generic as it sounds, it is literally the purpose and the way to get through life. Everything is perspective. What we see is what is reality, our reality. If I see this as my reality, oh snap, things suck. That life is so bad. Like that's the reality. Life sucks. Life is so bad. Life is this. Life is that. Oh man, like because I'm focusing on like my job sucks. Like my car can't start. My thing don't go. I'm behind on my bills. I gotta help with these bills as well. Is this where the mic was supposed to be? Bro, that's where the mic was supposed to be the whole time, bro. I'm tripping. All right. Anyways, I'm talking with the mic on the wrong side. I'm not even making sense when I talk. People can't hear me on the videos, and I've been wondering. I thought this mic was a decent mic, but it turns out my stupid self couldn't even figure out to turn the microphone the right way. Like it's very easy to look at those things and think just like life sucks right now. It's very easy to look at those things and think, I'm getting kicked out of my apartment, car's not working, this not going right, just got robbed. Like it's easy to look at that and think life sucks. Just got broken up with. My family members have transitioned. My loved ones transitioned. It's very easy to look at that and think like life just sucks right now. You could look at that, or you could look at I can't go to my homie's place and crash. I have homies that's gonna feed me and make sure I don't go to bed starving. Um, I have an auntie, even though we don't agree and get along all the time, she gonna take me in and make sure I'm good as long as I wash the dishes and do some chores around the house. I have governmental assistance to where the applications went through, I was approved. I have food stamps. I have the I have 4 quarters enough money to go to the laundromat once a week, once every 2 weeks. I have the resources needed to get me through the day. I woke up breathing. I woke up with 10 limbs. I woke up with 10 fingers, 10 toes. I woke up with the ability to stand. I woke up with the ability to open my eyes and see. I woke up with the ability to hear. I woke up with the ability to taste. I have all my six senses. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for another opportunity. I'm grateful for breath in my lungs. I'm grateful for just the consciousness and the ability to speak. I'm grateful for the ability to see the world, to see the vibrant colors, to see the beauty in other people. I'm grateful to have the ability to interact with other people. Same person, different perspective, gratefulness versus a lot of stuff's going wrong. And I'm going to focus on the stuff that's going wrong and be like, yo, life sucks right now. And that's not to say that you can't complain, because, like, trust me, like, as you guys can tell from the YouTube channel, like, I like to complain. Well, I don't know if I like complaining, but I complain a lot. I think it's a better way to say it. I complain a lot. I can own up to it and be honest. But perspective is literally everything, and it will change your mood, which will eventually like change the way you feel about life. Well, I guess which is what mood means. But that is so powerful. And it's such a mature thing and such a simple thing that you've heard all of your life. Glass half full. Life's what you make it. Hannah Montana. One of the greatest and profound and important songs of our generation. Anyways, let's get back into this, man. All right. Hold on, Simone. What are we talking about? Last time around, I did everything I could, fell well short of my goals, was unhealthy, unhappy, and unfulfilled. This time around, I devoted myself to progress over perfection. Run that back one more time, Simone. This time, I devoted myself to progress over perfection. I rose to the occasion, leaned into struggle, and understood that in more ways than one, it's my greatest strength. I did everything I could. I'm that much closer to where I want to be. I'm healthy, happy, and filled with even more passion for the sport than before. I never even knew that was possible. Broken down, had the sport taken away from her. On the comeback trail, she can't get right, keeps messing up, keeps losing. She was an Olympic individual gold medalist, the first black one. You know the story. Trailblazer, pioneer in the sport, Simone Manuel, a role model and an icon in the sport of swimming and in black culture and in American culture. She will be remembered in history books forever. Every single February. Simone Manuel, this important piece of history, this important member of the culture, can no longer even qualify for the finals and Olympic events, can no longer become a part of gold medal relay teams and the Olympics. Imagine winning your entire life. You get it taken away from you. You try to come back, and when you try to come back, you're losing. And you have to not only, dang, I had to take a break that I've never took. I had to learn something that I've never even experienced. I've won everything in my life. Simone Manuel won her, like I said, her individual gold and became the first black woman when she was a student at Stanford. She had to be, if it's 2024 and she's 28, she was 20 years old, 19, 20 years old when she made history as a so-and-so. All she's known from 0 to 20 is winning and winning gold and getting first place. She was neck and neck with Katie Ledecky. Like, it wasn't like Katie Ledecky at Stanford, then Simone Man. Like, they were both like, yo, Stanford got Katie Ledecky and Simone Manuel. The greatest swimmer of all time, Katie Ledecky. So I say all of this to say, for her to have this perspective from where she's come from and what has happened to her, I think we can all learn a lesson from that. Let's go. Excuse me. While I rest up to prepare for the next steps of my journey, I'm choosing to give myself grace. Grace isn't a symptom of complacency. Someone needed to hear that this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whenever you're watching this. Trust me, I'm not that. It's a sign of resilience, maturity, and awareness. It's recognizing that I deserve to give myself kindness, compassion, and love, even when I fall short of my expectations. To continue to speak life and positivity into my life, like so many of you have done for me over the past 3 years and beyond. Simone, we appreciate you so much. Simone, you are important. Simone, we will never forget your contributions. Simone, thank you for everything that you mean beyond the pool, just as a person, as a young person. I don't know if you count as a millennial. I guess yeah. She might still be for what you mean representing as a millennial to the younger version, to the younger generations, to the Gen Zers and all and such and such. Thank you. And for the older generation and for being inspirations to older people and things of that sort. We appreciate you and we thank you. It's no coincidence on the hill of my 28th birthday, I can joyfully welcome the gifts, blessings, lessons I've received in life, that I can even be more empowered by all the highs and lows, my triumphs and defeats. I've got to a lot to be proud of. I've climbed more than one mountain. I've touched one valley, and I bloomed more than once. I didn't flap, flounder, fail, break, blend, or fold. I won. I know I'm much more than a swimmer. You better speak that. You are not your job. I don't know who needs to hear that right now. You are not your job. You are not your job. You are not what you do. You are not your political party. Oh, hey, I need to run that back for the people who've been on my comments talking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I love when people talk crazy in my comments because it's more engaged. Is it all the stupid Democrats in the black community and the Republican Party in the black community and it doesn't even matter if you're black community. No, you know, you have an identity, and I know a lot of people deposit the popular thing to say your identity is in Christ, and it is. It is. Your identity is in Christ. You're a human being. You know all these things. They're all important, and it's to say that yeah, your identity isn't in the things of this world. And we get so wrapped up into it. And y'all know I get wrapped up into it every now and again too. I'm human. I ain't perfect. I'm saying. But we are not our jobs. We are not what we do. We are beings that just, I don't know, offer something to make sense of our existence or our existing. What is the point of existing? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. But shoot, if we're here, we might as well make it count. And we might as well, I don't know, help one another, make this place a better place, spread the good word for something. Because if you hold on to something and there's something to look forward to after this, and that's cool. Oh, what the heck? And the camera died, y'all. Got to go back to the laptop. Going back to the hood. Welcome back. But yeah, I say this to say, man, I don't even know where I was at. I was talking, oh yeah, your identity and existing. Like we may never know like the point of existence. But regardless, I just say like it's not about what you do. Cause that stuff just ain't enough, bro. Like what you do is not big enough, bro. Like nobody cares, bro. Like, Childish Gambino, shout out to Bando Song. Shout out Lithonia, man. Like nobody legitimately cares about what you do, who you are, what you do. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna care about what you did. People gonna remember how you made them feel. So if anything matters, it's how you treated people and how you made them feel and how you help at the end of the day. None of that other stuff matters. Here we go. Man, boy, what was that a yap session? It was a yap session, but I got distracted by the camera turning off. So I'm gonna blame it on the camera. All right. Sign first and foremost, Simone Manuel with some superlatives. You better speak it. 3-time Olympian, 7-time Olympic medalist. You better say it. Lastly, write your own story. Don't let other people write your story. Don't let Rashad write your story. Don't let LeBron James write your story. Don't let Adrian Wojnarowski write. Oh, come on now. Don't let Chris Haynes write your story. Don't let other people, don't let Vincent Goodwill write your story. Come on now. Don't let Eric Bow write your story. Come on. Don't let Akeem Balaam write your, oh. Don't let Jeremy Johnson write your, oh. Don't let Malik Brown write your story. Don't let Chelsea Alexandra write your story. Write your story. Don't let Jada Rice write your story. Don't let the Shade Room write your story. Don't let Shay Cheese write your story. Don't let DJ Vlad write your story. Don't let other people write your story or put a tombstone on your hopes and dreams. Words matter. There's life and a power. Come on, man. They always have and always will, but you have the control over what you listen to. Speak life into your life. Speak life into your journey, your race, your marathon. Own it, because comparison is a thief of joy. She done quoted Theodore Roosevelt. This kid done went to Stanford for real. What the heck? The journey means nothing if you're not doing it for you. Take pride in the struggle. Be an unstoppable force. Preserve patience and courage. That's when you will win. Simone, she was studying like media in college, and she said, you know, she wanted to do media, but she didn't want to be a journalist. And when she said that, I was like, what did you mean by that? And I think she just meant she didn't want to. But she can write. She writes extremely well. This was extremely well written, bro. Like, I don't know if you still feel that way. This was like 2017 when she said this, so she's like 21. I didn't like writing growing up, like in school and stuff. I didn't like writing papers or anything, but God has bestowed a bit of a gift on me in that lane. And hey, man, I just had to do what I had to do to pay bills, man. You know what I mean? If I'm good at it, it is what it is. Like, thank you, Jesus. Anyways, I don't have nothing else to say. All I had to say was like, that was very powerful. I hope you got something out of this video. It's probably like 50 minutes. I got to charge my camera. Until next time, man, my name is Rashad Milligan. This is the Road to 5K subs. Please take care of yourselves.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.